Good evening and welcome. This is the Friends of Wheeling June Tour. Today is Wednesday, June the 9th, 2021, and we are at 1113 Main Street, which historically was known as the Etz Building. Wasn't able to find out exactly when it was built, but we did find it on Sanborn Insurance Map from 1884. The Sanborn Company, way back when, made maps of cities and identified buildings by the type of construction, the number of stories, and so forth, so that they could determine the insurance rates. So they are valuable to us now as we look into the histories of buildings. So in 1884, there was a 4-story building that was brick on this site. It also had an entrance on Water Street where fruit was sold. So I don't know if anybody remembers that, but of course that's a level lower than we are. In 1890, there was a shoe company, O'Kane and Company, quote, boots, shoes, and rubbers. There was a dentist upstairs and several tenants in the upper floors. Now this part of Wheeling was laid out originally by Noah Zane, who was the son of Wheeling's founder, Ebenezer Zane, and Noah's sons and heirs were Platoff and Hampton Zane, and they inherited the property through a clause in Noah Zane's will. And in the early years, this building, we don't know who owned it, but it was apparently rented during that time until the O'Kane Company came in and purchased the building and had their shoe store here. In 1923, the out-of-town heirs of Hampton Zane sold the property to William Brand and his wife Ada, and 2 months later they sold it to Charles F. Etz. Now Charles Etz was born around 1856, lived until 1936, and his business partner Andrew Seifert, S-E-I-F-E-R-T, occupied the Main Street side of this as early as 1915. Their business in 1893 was in town but was at a different location, but an ad in the city directory from 1893 says they were manufacturers and dealers in trunks, traveling bags, valises, and traveling equipment of every description, sample trunks made to order, special attention given to repairing of sample trunks, all work guaranteed, turf goods of all kinds kept in stock. I don't know what that is. We are sole agents for the celebrated Cynthiana horse boots and U.S. metal polish, horse covers made to order. Now later, Charles Etz's sons joined him in the business, and the company became known as Charles F. Etz and Sons. The younger sons then eventually took over the business. There was a Carl, and then there was his son, Carl Jr., and Herbert Etz, along with John Kiefer. During the 1960s and 1970s, the building was known as Etz Luggage. Maybe some of you who've been around would remember that. And they sold, quote, all types of nationally advertised luggage. Now, if you are brave enough to go to the basement area, we found a really interesting trough with what looks like maybe a place to hang things. And we are thinking perhaps that was where they hung the leather that they tanned. So take a look if you're brave enough to go down there and see if you come up with an alternate theory as to what that is. But it's a concrete trough, 3 feet wide and, 15 feet long or so. So not sure what that was. In late 1980, Louis Costanza and his wife Jane purchased the property from Carl Etz Jr., Nancy June Haas, and Violet Kiefer. The Costanzas used the building for accounting offices. In 2006, it was purchased by John Felton, Bruce Wilson, and Richard Castagna, I don't know him. City directories for the next few years suggested the building was empty for a few years. In July of 2016, Justice Inc. purchased the building. This company leases non-residential buildings. Its principal is John R. Felton Jr., with directors Bruce Wilson, Jack Felton, and Michael Baker. The building currently houses IC Care, which is an in-home companion care, and IC Staffing Solutions. And plans for the property include business on the first 2 floors and residential on the upper 2 floors. Now, Heather Slack is the one coordinating all this. The owners are going for tax credits, and she is the tax credit guru. And so if you have questions about that part of the building and what their plans are, she's the one to ask. Now, Tate here, you may recognize Tate, used to be with WTRF, and Tate actually works here in this part of the building. You want to describe the businesses on these first 2 floors?
Sure, thank you. First, welcome to you all. Thank you for being here, and then welcome to the viewers that are watching this from the comforts of home. But yes, you're absolutely right. We have what is called the IC Enterprises within this building here at 1113 Main Street. So on the first floor, you're standing in the offices and the lobby of IC Staffing Solutions. IC Staffing Solutions is a temp to permanent job placement service here in downtown Wheeling. So they find workers to place with individuals and businesses that are looking for employees, which is critically important right now because everyone is looking for employees. And so that is what they're doing, helping to facilitate the employment of those individuals with those companies. And then also on the second floor, which is the company in which I represent most often, which is IC Care. We provide in-home companion care services, which are non-medical services to help senior citizens to maintain their independence and dignity at home for as long as possible. So oftentimes folks don't want to go to a nursing home if it's not absolutely necessary. So we bring all of the convenience of a nursing home into the places in which those individuals are most comfortable. And so that's the workings of the IC Enterprises here at 1113 Main Street.
All right, so if you are looking for a job, you come here.
That's right.
And they will take care of you, start to finish.
If you're looking for home care.
Yeah.
If you're looking for home care,
yes,
you also come here.
that's right.
So it serves all ages.
Yes.
Just about. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to leave this on one of these chairs if anyone wants to look at it. I have sent it electronically to Heather so she has it, if anyone cares for this. It's going to be very difficult, I think, for us to stay together. Okay if we wander. All right. Again, this floor is the employment part. The next floor is the IC Care, and there's a doorway that says employees only. It's okay to go through there. We'll have to direct you to where the stairs are to the upper 2 floors, but if you're brave, go up there. The 3rd floor has a wonderful view of the downtown with huge windows. It would make a great living room in there, and it's a very deep building. You'll see how deep it is because it's all one big room on the 3rd floor. The 4th floor is where the kids have a batting cage, and so it is not air conditioned. It's very hot, but if you're brave, you can go up there as well. And then if you want to come back down, we can go to basement level number 1, and then beyond that to basement level number 2 below that. Basement level number 1 opens onto Water Street, and basement level 2 is below that, and Heather tells me there's even a crawl space underneath basement level 2, but it's full of water, and so we're not even going to think about that. Would you like to say anything else, Heather?
So the plan is on the 3rd and 4th floor to do one large residential unit. Bedrooms in the back, overlooking the river, the sunsets on the water, and then family room on the front side.
So no plans for the business levels?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, and as you walk through, you'll see it's been built out. It's a modern build out, very functional for this age of building, for sure. Any other questions before we split up? I see some new faces. I didn't introduce myself. I'm Jean Finstein, and this is a Friends of Wheeling tour. If you're new to us and would like to join us, we try to do this once a month. With COVID, we have been doing virtual tours as well as in person the last couple of tours, and we hope to continue that because we've gotten some good response from people who are out of town and or for whatever reason are unable to come on the in-person tours. So we'll still try to do that. Joanne Sullivan is behind the camera there. She is our technical guru. And so thank you, and thanks for all of you joining us. And I'll let Joanne just walk through and talk about some different things or with me, and other people can either follow us or go off on your own.
You may want to
Okay.
market our membership fees.
Membership, yes, it's very expensive to join Friends of Wheeling. It's $10 per year. And thank you. I will also mention that we're planning a Greenwood Cemetery tour for the fall, September the 19th, and we're working on the characters right now. People always like those tours, and we figure even if COVID is still sort of around, it's an outdoor event, and we'll be okay for that. There's several other activities that are in the latest newsletter. Monday, the 21st of June, the Civil War Roundtable will hold its meeting at the Scottish Rite Cathedral. That meeting is free and open to the public. You don't have to be a member of the Civil War Roundtable. Barbara Perhala and I will be speaking on the Sultana disaster. The Sultana was a riverboat that blew up at the end of the Civil War as it was bringing Union prisoners of war back north. And so we'll talk about the Wheeling people who were on that ship. Some survived, some did not. So that's the 21st of June. It's a Monday at 6:30 at the Scottish Rite. And if you aren't interested in Civil War or the Sultana, you might be interested in the building. So it's an easy way to see that building. So anything else? Okay, let's take a walk. We'll take a walk here. Yes. Yes, this gives you an idea of the depth of the building. It's quite deep, yeah. And as you can see, they're modern build-outs. This is the employment agency part. And there's a nice view of the river, Heritage Port, and the island over there. Mm-hmm. We are going up, yes, the upstairs view is even better. All right. Mm-hmm. Excuse us. It's a narrow hall.
Yes.
You may want to keep going, though, to see the nice view out the back. We're coming back, yeah, we'll go down later.
It's off, yeah.
Now we'll go upstairs to the IC Care. And I'll let you walk beside me so you get a better view.
Yeah.
You can see how tall the ceilings must be downstairs. It's a very tall building as well as deep. And again, it's a modern build out up here. Another lovely view. All right, we have to go back a bit to get to the stairs to go up even further. Is that your office?
That is our nurse's office. Mine is here to the left.
Ah, okay.
Oh, wow. It's deep.
Now we're going up to the 3rd floor, and you can see the remnants of the detail that would have been here. Of course, things have to be closed off for fire code now, but this would have been a very dramatic stairway. So this then would be a living area. A nice view. Yes, nice pressed tin ceilings, some more modern light fixtures. But even the beams have the pressed tin. There is a service elevator. Joanne just passed that by, but it is behind this wall. We'll go on up to 4. I just found a tennis ball here. It must belong upstairs in the batting cage, so I'll carry it up. Another nice staircase. Oh, watch your head.
I know, I hit my head. Wow.
So it's a nice long space. Very warm up here. You can't tell that if you're watching this remotely, but there's no air conditioning up here, and it's quite warm. All right, we'll make our way back down where it's a little cooler. And watch your head on the way down, Joanne.
I know.
Do you want to go first?
No, you go.
All right. All right, hang on just a minute and let's see if any of these folks want to join us in the basement. All right, while the rest of our group is looking at the batting cage, we'll make our way downstairs. So we're back down to the second level again. And we'll go on down to the first level. And back toward the back of the building. And perhaps someone could, I think this door closes by itself, so maybe somebody could kind of direct people as we go down. Oh, there you go. Yes, this is basement level 1, and it opens out directly onto Water Street. So this is where the fruit store, probably a produce market, was in the 1884 Sanborn map. Heather tells me that there are no immediate plans to do anything with this floor. You may not notice if you're virtual, but the floor rises and falls, probably due to flooding over the years since we're on this level. But even down here,
Tin ceiling.
beautiful tin ceiling.
Trying to get them to see the top of this post.
And here is the mystery pit.
This is also where I bought my first level lamp. Not one of these stupid remakes like they sell now.
Yeah, here's the pit.
Yeah, here is a trough that's, oh golly, at least 4 feet wide
Yeah.
and probably what, 25 feet long, 30 feet long. But up above is a wooden structure. And our guess is maybe this is where they tanned the hides. If they were a luggage store and made things for horses and horse blankets and things like that, they may have had to tan their own leather back in the day. So that's just a wild guess. If anyone has any other suggestions, just send a message to the Facebook page. So this is basement level 1. And shall we go down to basement level 2?
Let's give it a shot.
In West Virginia, every floor is a ground floor.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So take a look at the trough up there and
Yeah,
see
I wanna
if
check
see
it
if
out.
you right up that direction. You can't miss it.
That's what it looks like,
All right, and then here we go down to basement level 2.
There was a lot of debris and slippery.
Yes.
Watch your step. Sorry.
Jeannie, you gonna activate the elevator?
That is, yeah, that's the base of the elevator.
Was that in the level above us?
I'm sorry.
That big trough that you were talking about?
Yes, that was in the level above us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, here's this.
Yeah, even on the back of the stairs,
Tin ceiling.
tin ceiling.
Oh,
Yeah. Probably made in Wheeling.
yeah, everything
Yep.
was. We saw that, where was that? We saw that exhibit. That said everything you need for your house is.
Was made in Wheeling. That could be. Very substantial posts here.
4x4s,
Yeah, real 4x4s.
Real 4x4s.
Uh-huh.
They were milled though, definitely from a sawmill because you don't have the markings of a hand.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the nails were made in England.
They better.
And then down there is the crawl space that we are not going to investigate.
Oh, no.
No. According to Heather,
There's a float for a pump.
yeah, some pump. Yeah, there's a sump pump thing there. And according to Heather, all the buildings along here have a similar crawl space under their lowest basement. And as far as she knows, they all have water in them. Groundwater from, yeah, springs or whatever.
Water table anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Watch your step going down. And so that's the end of the tour. So we thank you, Heather, for hosting us. And Tate, we thank you as well.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate you all being here.
Okay, all right. Goodbye till next month.